Hi, all. Just wanted to hop on before we dig into this episode as well as the episode that follows, which is my interview with Alex. These were recorded quite some time ago, and I have been remiss in getting them out. Thank you, Alex, for continuing to remind me. I just want to call in that they were from a time before I was pregnant, so don't be concerned with all the drinking. But also in a sad space, they were from a time before Alex's family experienced a significant loss. So just want to say our hearts are with you. We love you always. Welcome to The Wedding Wear with officiating by Amanda. Welcome back to The Wedding Wear. Excited that there is a very special guest here with me today. I have Alex, and before I go and look up what wedding number she was, because we'll figure all that out, I just want to do a quick little cheers, a little chin. Cheers. And for those that don't hear it, Alex is a mom. We love this life. So very excited to have her today and some fun perspectives on her wedding and her planning process. And I was also really honored to get to have Alex read over a portion at my own wedding. So, we loved it. We had a great, great time. And since then, we've had many adventures that have involved many bottles of wine and many dogs and pets. Alex lives with a menagerie. I'm not even kidding. A menagerie of animals. Okay, so what's it? 6 dogs.
6 dogs, 2 baby goats, and 16 chickens.
And husband, kids, cars. Yeah.
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 All of that.
Got it. Love it. So perfect. Well, I know I kind of did your own little intro, but forget that I said any of that. How are you?
I'm doing really good.
Are you nervous?
A little bit, but I trust you.
Oh, it's going to be easy. And tell the fine people listening in who the heck you are in as much detail as you want.
I am Alexandria Feldman, and I have 2 sons, and the second one we are currently in the process of adopting. Yeah, you know about my pets. My husband's a hardworking mechanic.
Isn't that funny? It's like pets, kids, husband. Like, I mean, to be fair, self came in after like pets. It's like pets, self, kids, husband.
Oh my God.
We love you, Mark. We love you.
We do love you. Oh my God. That's so true.
Again, I mean, I think anyone will tell you, like, right, kids come first, like, keep
exactly
balanced and together. That all comes in first. But yeah, in that order, pets, kid, husband. Yeah, definitely let Mark know that when you chat in with him, get him all caught up on how this went. Be like, hubby, I love you, but pets, kid, husband.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. And you were, wow, can you believe it? Okay, so we are almost at wedding 250. You were number 72.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because again, we're 3 years now, man.
Oh man.
I know it feels like yesterday.
Yeah,
the gosh darn time, but yeah.
Wow, time flies.
I know.
We must be having fun.
Or adopting more baby goats.
I'm gonna actually go get pregnant in a couple weeks.
Nice. So then what are you doing with the next round of baby goats?
I don't know. Depends on what my husband says.
I mean, you weren't doing any more dogs. And then this one had, that litter. And you're like, no, we're going to give them all away. And then you got back or kept however many of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I might want to keep them.
And they're Dane Mastiffs, right? Like
they are dogs. The other Great Dane Mastiffs. Right?
Yeah. Y'all.
The Danes.
Huge friends. Huge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Cheers. More wine for you.
Yes, we need the wine.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hear the kids crying in the back.
So how did you and Mark meet? And start with that, because the next question here, I already know the meet cute with your engagement story. So you tell me about how you guys met.
Oh, that's a fun one. My mom and her wife were at the happy hour bar and grill having dinner. And Mark walked in and he was like, whose red Jeep is that? We all know Mark loves his Jeeps. And they said ours. Well, they all got talking and my mom goes, are you single? And in his mind, he's like, "Oh, I'm hooking up with these two women tonight, I'm sure, you know?"
Because your
And
mom's good looking lady.
and she goes, "Oh, well, because I have a daughter and she's single." And she shows him a picture. And then I guess the next thing I know, my mom is texting me telling me, "Hey, I just met your future husband." And I'm like, "Okay, mom." And she's like,
How many drinks in you?
Yeah, right?
Come on, Becky.
And I was like, "Okay, awesome." And she's like, "Add this guy on Facebook." And at the time, it was Mark Mechanic. So I add him, and he sends that wave hand, and I could not figure out for the life of me how to wave, like, back. So I sent Forrest Gump on the boat, waving, like, real fast.
And you didn't know he'd been a veteran at that point, so you
No, I really did, yeah.
very fitting.
Oh my god. And then he sent back some bubble gum shrimp, and we talked here and there, and he's like, "I'm getting my hair cut. Can I call you after?" And I'm like, "Sure." And of course, I call my mom. I'm freaking out. I'm like, "He wants to call me on the phone. What do I do?" Oh my gosh. She's like, "Answer." I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense, right?" So then he ends up calling me, and he's walking into the winery on Main Street, and I hear country music playing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love country music." He's like, "Oh, really?" And he was like, "I'm coming to get you right now." And I was like, "Oh, crap." Right. And I was sitting on my couch drinking some wine, greasy hair, no makeup, watching some Grey's Anatomy, like, and I'm like, "Oh no." So I go and I brush my hair really fast and I put jeans on and I'm just like, "Okay, this is gonna as good as it gets." Yeah, and he picked me up and I think I fell in love when he stood up and asked me if I wanted to dance. Like, don't get me there's nobody dancing and he's like, "You wanna dance?" And I was like, yes."
He's a
Um,
good spontaneous
it
guy
was
like that.
amazing, and he met my brother that night for the first time. And I mean, as you know, my brother was an amputee, right? And so we walked into Rudy's and my brother had his fake leg on the bar stool. And Mark instantly walks in and he whacks his leg off of the bar stool and goes, "Get your foot off my bar stool." And I was like freaking out. I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no."
Wrong thing to say to the wrong kid.
And they just hugged each other and it was great. It was a great time. Yeah. Yeah, that's the story.
Mm, and I if you don't tell the story the right way with your engagement, I'll tell it for you, okay?
Oh,
But why don't you tell the people your engagement? Why don't you tell them just how that man won your heart when he got down on one knee?
well, here we are, Rudy's again. Everything happens at Rudy's.
Few years later, wasn't super quick.
No, probably 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're at Rudy's for my birthday. Natasha put like a little thing on and had friends over and Mark got down on one knee and proposed to me with a hose clamp.
Yep.
Yes, a hose clamp. My mechanic husband. And I absolutely loved it. It was great.
He was like, "She's not getting this off anytime soon." Like,
Exactly. And I mean, it was cool because you could tighten it and loosen it.
mhm.
And at one point, I didn't even need a screwdriver to do it. It was great.
I remember you sending me a picture, and I'm like, "I think I understand what this means," but, like, again, everyone's expecting a stone of some kind of diamond, just you had no context. It's a like, I knew it'd been your birthday, I knew it was Rudy, like, I could pick up on the context cues, but I'm just there like,
What is
"Is that what?" And then it's like, "All right, well, I know Mark spent enough time out in that garage." You get to know it, but I'm like, "Okay." At some point, I was like, "Oh, that's great, congratulations, is the stone at home?" You're like, "Heck, we'll keep this for a while, I like this." I'm like, "Cool, cool." They don't really have, like, a matching band set that goes with it, though. Though, leave it to Mark, though, he'd do a zip tie.
totally find something.
He'd do a zip tie underneath
Oh,
or something.
100%.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was great. I still actually have it attached to my purse.
That is perfect.
He
That is
also he
perfect.
actually needed a hose clamp when we went off-roading the one day, and I said, "I have one." "No, no, I'm not.
No, don't.
No,
No.
I'm not giving it up."
You're never getting it back, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Obviously, the audience we have for the podcast is a wide variety. We've got people who are married, people who work in the industry, people who are planning, people who just like to hear funny stories about me not being able to wear a bra. For those of them that are like brides to be and in the stage of wedding planning, from the eagle view that you've got now, having been married a few years, what advice would you give them?
Oh, that's a tough one because my best friend Allison, my maid of honor, she basically did everything for me. So basically, maybe the advice is find that best maid of honor and she'll just handle everything. I also wasn't picky. I, didn't need a million things and didn't have the best ideas.
And also it was great because, you know, you'd be presented with like one of two and you'd go, Allison.
Yeah, exactly.
And Allison would, I'm sure, in the earlier stages, because I came in, towards like, hey, let's rock and roll, let's get this together. Earlier on, when there were probably 8 options,
Yeah.
Allison probably came back and said, here's 3. Like
Yeah.
there had been not you weren't involved, but you're involved in like the middle coursing of the
She just
channeling.
gave me less options.
Exactly. She took all the big, she gave you less. And then when push came to shove on littler things, she knows what your mind is and what you're thinking. I mean,
Exactly.
you did a fantastic job working and running her wedding.
Yeah.
I love it. So outside of, make sure that you got a bestie on board to kind of handle anything, you know, how did you handle kind of any of the stress, kind of bringing all the elements together or just wanting to make sure things got done?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of find certain people to like be in charge of certain things, like, our best man, he was in charge of transportation, figure out how we're getting home, how this is happening, like, and figure out how you're gonna get Mark here and there and do all that, and then, I mean, basically my mom was in charge of the family and like where people were going. And the venue was amazing too. Like they really took control and had things like flowing very smoothly.
Yeah, I think at the top of the year, I've had a lot of people ask me to do like venue reviews, and I might start with the Armory and just kind of do like hey, all right, like this type of setup, this type of space. I know their bottom room can fit so many, their main floor. I mean, really, the fact that you could have all things in this big, gigantic, historic place, too.
Yeah, 100%.
Parking, all right, a little,
Yeah, the
little
parking
tricky,
was rough, and
difficult.
the bathroom situation was rough.
Yeah.
Like, wish they had some on the upper level.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I think that will be one of the first ones I dive into, kind of do like a, hey, all things in, good, indifferent.
Yeah, definitely.
What was your process for deciding on like a theme or a vibe for the wedding? Like, you know, were you really like, okay, I really want it casual, respectful, knowing your husband's going to be in his dress blues, his gorgeous uniform?
Well, he wasn't going to.
No?
I mean, no. For months.
I'm glad you fought him on that.
I did so bad. And
I'm
I was like,
so glad
please,
you
please,
did.
please, please, please. And then finally he caved.
Because he looked classy as fuck.
Right? Oh,
I mean,
so
if I could
bad.
have had my dress blues in my own wedding, I would have.
Right? Like, do you need all the medals? I mean,
Again,
fine specimen.
he worked hard. And I've told you, I'm sure I told you one of the nights out drunk there. So the only thing better than a man in letters, like Greek in my world, man in letters is a man in uniform. And the only thing better than a man in letters and in uniform is a man out of letters and uniform.
Yes.
So we are great there.
So spicy.
So yeah, so obviously convincing Mark, yeah, do the dress blues, you got married at the Armory, married in like in November. So obviously some very big ties into, like service and all of that.
Fall colors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just knew I wanted like the fall colors. I wanted simple, like, me, I love country. Like I wanted like country. I mean, the plan was to originally get married in a barn, but my mom, she was like, nah.
But again, you picked a good venue for that because of all the hardwood that's in there.
Oh, it's beautiful for that.
And the brick and the hardwood. I mean, I've been in a lot of barns, and a lot of barns have not transformed well
Exactly.
into being
100%.
plumbing, event spaces, indoor heating, lighting. Some of them are real rough.
Yeah.
So the fact that you got to kind of have like the best of all the worlds.
That's 100%. And I loved how it was like they had a room upstairs to get ready.
Yeah.
And you could just go out on the balcony and just see everything. And I mean, and they did a lot for you. They did all the setup, you brought them your centerpieces and your ideas and they just ran away with it.
Nick and I had a makeout session up in that bathroom upstairs and we get ready.
Yeah, buddy.
We had lots of fun at your wedding. We certainly did. He still talks about it. Because I was slightly intoxicated and we went on a 15-minute date over to the Salvation Army before they closed, and I bought leggings. Literally, like, you're like, because he could tell, like, she ain't doing well. If she's still here, she's gonna have another drink. We did that. We did a little nah in the parking lot.
Yeah, buddy.
Mhm.
I love that.
I know you would. I know you would. So outside of kind of fall vibes, wanting to capture in some of the rusticness, what were any must-haves that you had on your list? And were they worth in the end? Oh, and I will also say, having your husband in his uniform. Well
Oh,
done.
that was a must, and that was a fight.
And it was worth it.
It totally was. And I mean, I don't know if I really have any like legit must-haves because I just kind of went with the flow of everything. I took advice from everybody, and that's why we had a money gun. Uh,
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. My husband thought it was real. I'm like, I mean, love Alex, love Martin, but like, honey, ain't nobody. And he realized a year later with our own wedding, he's like, yeah, ain't nobody giving out extra
exactly.
real life hundreds at a wedding.
I mean, and my biggest must-have that did cause a little bit of controversy was like the no kids other than mine.
Yeah.
Just in the fact of like, I wanted adults to just enjoy the night, not worry about children and all that stuff. And, not that we don't love them. It's just
No.
we wanted a kid-free night. I mean, even my son got picked up later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mm, I mean, just the color of the girls' dresses.
Yeah.
I didn't even care if they like matched style-wise.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. I was just fairly back, and again, I mean, I'm sure Allison was more stressed than I was.
I'm sure she was, but she handled it
Yeah.
properly.
Oh,
I should have asked you because I'm over here like, oh, like, if Mark's available. I should have said, you know what, if Allison's available.
yeah, exactly, right? And I mean, I think the only other must-have was with you when I'm, like, short and sweet because I don't like people staring at me,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, do you guys wanna, like, exchange it?" "No. Nope, I do not."
Yeah. Not
I
a
think I was
problem.
shaking the whole time. I think I actually had started having a panic attack getting my makeup done
Yeah.
to the point they had to call Mark because I was freaking out so bad.
I remember you when getting your makeup done kind of saying, well, so first I remember it here,
Yeah.
the day, like the first day. And I don't know why I'm like this. It's not real. Like, this isn't my wedding. And I'm over here going, but
It
it,
is.
it is. And like, you're allowed to have this. Like, the number of couples that I marry with 3 legal minds in their living room or over a Zoom. And again, they had totally told themselves, like, oh, yeah, it's just for the paperwork. Like, it's nothing big. When I'm like, do you take this person to be your husband, to having to hold, they start crying.
Yeah.
And they're like, I wasn't expecting these emotions. I'm like, yes, but you're getting married. No,
Exactly,
regardless
yeah.
of whatever the reasons are, like, you're getting married.
Mhm.
These are the moments. And then again, I remember you, getting your makeup done, going, yeah, okay, okay, but like, Amanda, like, tell me this is gonna be easy. Like,
Yeah, right?
tell me I'm already married. Tell me that it doesn't matter. Tell me that this is gonna be the easiest gosh darn thing that I've already done. You already got all the paperwork, right? Like,
Oh, I just saw the people, like, staring at you, like, "What if I fall?" Like, "What? I don't even
I
know."
just did an episode. The bride went for very Pinterest picturesque candles lining the aisle, real candles. Absolutely beautiful as I walked down, beautiful as the groom walked down, beautiful as the bridesmaids. Bride comes out in a poofy
Yeah.
billowy dress, and immediately my head and heart are like, oh my
gosh,
God, this is gonna be horrible.
oh my god.
Like, and then it's like other stress inducing weddings for me, like ones where you tell me you're getting married at the end of a dock. Well, I like to move out of the way. There's nowhere for me to move.
Yes.
Or
On the water?
I did one up at Will Burton #2, which is up in the middle of like coal country, edge of a like quarry. I'm at the edge of the quarry. They rode up on dirt bikes
Oh my
and like quads. And I'm there like, no, but I don't need to be. I told them, I'm like, I'm not in the middle. I will be off to the side safely
yeah, right?
because I carry crutches in my car. I'm such a freaking klutz. It doesn't matter how much I weigh. I am a klutz. And so the last episode I did was like all of these like wedding red flags, and not couple related. Like, just I'll look at the grass and you tell me the bride's walking out in stilettos. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
cobblestones and old people.
Oh,
No. You know, so
Oh god.
yeah. The fact that
Oh my
Again, you were
gosh.
thinking kind of like, "What if I fall?" I'm like, "Oh, yours? I didn't you had a total green flag wedding, man. I did not perceive any risks well, until we got to the reception and you
Oh, yeah.
dancing."
Oh, yeah, there totally was. I'm sure my, mother-in-law saw some things she didn't want
My husband saw some things and went, "Oh!" I'm like, "Yes. Yes, honey. I understand."
So, what about when Bree tackled or the other girl tackled Bree for the flowers?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, and then somebody's shoe went flying. Was that my shoe? I don't know. There was a shoe that went flying at some point, and I either went to get it or there's a picture of me getting it back. I can't remember what the sequence of events went that night. But yeah, exactly in that realm.
Oh, man.
What would you say was the hardest decision you had to make during the wedding planning process? Like budget, date, venue, bridal party, vendors, guest list?
I would say the guest list was tough for sure, but the vendors were difficult too, especially, like, it was literally, like, a month before the wedding, and the person I was gonna have music
Mm,
didn't.
I
They
remember.
cancel,
I
and
remember
I was
that.
freaking out, and then somebody gave me
Matt.
yeah, and he was a music teacher
Yeah.
at school, you
Mhm.
know?
I used to babysit for him and his wife.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I show up and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm DJing this. What are you?" Now, he DJ'd my Sweet 16
Oh my gosh, what a coincidence.
back in the day, and I babysat for him and his wife because they did marching band too. They were our marching band
Okay, yeah, yeah,
instructors
yeah.
in high school. I'm like, "What are you?" Like, "Hi, Matt. What
Yeah,
are
I mean,
you
I don't
doing
honestly
here?"
couldn't even tell you who told me about him at this point.
I think I remember seeing maybe Allison had a post, like, on a searching like, a one of the Lehigh Valley, like, searching for pages that was, like,
Yeah,
the
probably.
references. Now, I wouldn't have ever thought to recommend it, but I'm like, "Oh, yeah, like, I know Matt does that." It just it's not his primary, and
Exactly.
he's in the industry, there's people who are kind of your first books, and the people who are better just because of their own scheduling and their own lives, they're better as backups.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I have another officiant in my network who's down in Reading. She doesn't wanna be booked in advance. Like, she won't talk to anybody who's not looking to get married in 2 weeks or less.
Oh, really?
Now she's like a I got a call the other day of, "The baby's due in a week, and we just picked up our marriage license. Can we get married?" I'm calling Arlene. I'm
Exactly.
calling Arlene, I'm going, "Arlene, here's the situation, here's the deal. You can set pretty much the date, and you can pretty much set the time because they just wanna get married and they're eager." And she's like, "Sold. Great. Good." Or she'll go, "Sorry, not this month, not my schedule."
Yeah.
Versus there's others like myself who I'm like, "No, I wanna know my schedule, and I
Yeah,
want
no,
to
I
be
can't do last
booked."
minute stuff.
Right.
Mm-mm, I
Exactly.
couldn't.
No.
Other than that, I think the only other hard part was my computer crashed, and I had my music list, like, detailed out.
Everything.
I had everybody guest listed.
So the things you planned, not the things Allison planned.
Exactly, right? And I literally I lost it all. I couldn't get it back.
We gotta tag her in this, be like, "Yo, Allison,
No, you
you
should have been here.
you next."
Yeah. Mhm,
Mm, mm.
maybe.
I know how you found me, and we'll use "found" kind of lightly because there's a whole story there. But well, I'll fill 'em in. Alex and I have known each other since elementary school,
Mhm.
cheerleading.
Yep.
All
You're telling everyone else.
no, I was a cheerleader. Alex just stood on the sidelines in the uniform with her hair in the barrettes and the ponytails. She wore the same bloomers as all the rest of us, and she wasn't a cheerleader. No, no, heaven forbid.
Damn it.
You were.
For a little bit.
Until what, 4th grade? 4th, 5th? Before GTL.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheerleading was my thing.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go for GTL and I broke my knee and then
Yeah.
yeah, that was not fun.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah. So we've known each other for a very, very long while, and she's always been a huge supporter, huge advocate, huge, cheerleader, if you will. Even behind the sidelines. So,
And Amanda's always been the nicest human I've ever known.
oh, stop. Few years previously, Alex was involved in planning a wedding for one of her friends, and one of her friends needed an officiant. Which was like, "Hey, I think Amanda does that.
Huh?
You need to talk to Amanda." And so that kind of started in the adult world, us as adults getting reconnected and
For
reconfigured.
adults.
I know, but the high school people, you don't really think of like others in the same way where you'd be like, "Oh, let me refer you to somebody." Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
more of like, "Ooh, I'm going to keep that best secret. That's in my back pocket. But as adults, we're like, who do you know?
Exactly.
The whole network. Again, how you found a new DJ last night. Who do
Exactly.
you know? So Alex was like, I even think you did that booking on behalf of your friend and saying like, cool, this is what they're looking for. I'm booking you.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, solid soul.
Good, yeah.
But just because you booked me for someone else's wedding didn't mean you had to use me for yours. So
You know who I was.
I know, but were there any other factors that led you to decide to use me as your officiant?
There was no question about it. You were gonna be the person that married me no matter what.
I think Mark would agree too. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I
Nope.
think I won your husband over.
Of course you did. And especially the night you came over and we were talking about it. We had the best time on what we were gonna do. Mark was rolling. We all were, oh my God, we were all laughing so freaking hard.
We had a great time.
And he said that if the Jeep died,
Yep.
that our marriage was over.
Yep. I remember that.
The things that we put in our wedding.
Fake vows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even. It's hilarious.
We've recorded some of that too on my phone.
Did we?
I think we did. Oh shit.
You could totally add that.
I gotta
would be awesome.
I gotta send that back over. I gotta send that your way. You deserve to have those memories.
I love it.
Because I if it's not on this phone, it's gonna be on the old phone.
Oh my gosh, you have to find
I'm going
that. Was literally
I'm going down memory lane. And I think it's me just talking like, okay, you talked with Alex and Alex said, but and you're in the background being like, and don't forget this.
Yeah. And remember, I don't want it to be long.
And it was probably about a good 6 months before he even like proposed. Like, but it was just like you guys knew. Like when you know, you know.
Yep.
Were there any other deciding factors that you had outside of, I won you over, I won Mark over? You drove a hard bargain, though, I will say. It was another night you got me drunk here, and it's not a standard practice anymore that I do consults in person for this exact reason. And I was drunk in Alex's living room, going, hey, I know we talked like informally before, but I want to make it official. And she's like, listen, here's what I, Alex, can bring to the table of. I will make sure that you have this going on. You get the drinks, you get the dancing, you bring Nick, you do this.
Facts.
$200. I'm like, sure. And I left. I went, I did not put that all through the price calculator. I'm going to have to explain this ROI to like, oh my gosh, it was hysterical. You were, yeah, I love it.
No, there was no way in this whole entire universe I was using anyone else but you.
I'm very honored.
And anyone ever needed somebody, I'm recommending you. No, hands down, that's it. No other recommendations. I don't know nobody else.
Especially now that I'm in this neck of the woods, it's very easy to.
I'm so happy you're back.
Just 45 minutes up the road. Pretty straight shot.
Yeah.
Oh, this person going through the park. It's the one freaking park.
I know, right?
So we kind of already hit on this last one here that I had of who helped you most during the planning process. Alex. And you highly recommended everyone get like a person in their corner.
Yep.
A cheerleader, which Allison was. So
She was.
Anyone else you want to give an honorable mention to in the planning process and in the support realm?
My mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Becky.
Yeah, Becky. Oh, it was weird saying her name. I mean, how many times did I text you questions and everything? I mean, and then the site, the website.
Oh, like the knot wedding.
Yeah, the knot, because, they gave you a lot of stuff.
All the tips, yeah.
I don't think I would have been able to keep track of people coming and all that stuff if it wasn't for the website. Not gonna lie.
No. I mean, I always love when a couple kind of throws me something new, unique, different, curveball, if you will. So I don't know how involved I had been with divorce decrees or locating divorce decrees until Mark called me and says,
oh, that's right.
How do I get in touch with Hawaii? And I'm like,
oh my God, I forgot about that. That's so true. Dude, that was such a process.
Yeah. And I had little to no experience because most of the time, by the time I hit a goal, by the time I say, hey, you need to go get your license, they read on the website and they already have all their pieces together. And they were in a similar situation where, divorces across other states or they're all more Jersey, New York, like they're more local.
Exactly.
Not everyone travels the world the way your husband did.
Oh my God, dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I sat there and I like to be the girl with all the answers, as you know.
Oh,
so me sitting there going, let me get back to you on that. And you were like, but we need this date. I go, listen, as soon as we can, we will. And you even had me on like standby. I was like,
Yeah.
as soon as he finds it, I will give him 48 hours to get to the courthouse. I will then give the license 3 days. I can be at your house by the weekend. Like,
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
mhm.
And the guy at the courthouse was so mean.
They're
They're not nice
they're
there.
very hit or miss. Different counties are
You
very.
walk in, you're so happy you're about to get married, and they just want to be nasty. Like, I'm sorry, did you go through something? Maybe you need a different job.
It's like the guy at the Milford post office. I hate him. I hate him with a passion. Mad Eye Moody. He was in some sort of accident. He's got a fake eye, but still, like,
Doesn't mean you get to be mean to people.
no. Well, when I do the courthouse weddings, I know, not fully, but I know some of the hoops that they have to jump through
Yeah.
to get their paperwork filled out because they can't appear together in person. They can't.
Yeah.
He's in jail. I
Yeah.
did a wedding at an ICE detention facility. Yeah.
What?
Wild. Pike County Correctional is housing ICE detainees.
What?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So what, they got married in the detention center?
Mm-hmm. When
Yeah.
I went in, shackled. He was shackled. Normally when I go into the prison and they're in like normal visitation, they don't have shackles, but they brought him from the prison out to the little administrative office, which is where they're doing all the ICE
Yeah.
documents and meetings with the lawyers and everything. Yep.
What?
Picture of Donald Trump standing right there. The one that looks like his mugshot, like a
Yeah.
not like his first presidential picture, the newer one where he's like,
The newer one.
I married them under that, and
Oh my gosh.
mhm, and I don't know if it's enough to keep. I have no clue how.
Oh, so they were
know.
trying to keep them in?
Mhm.
Oh man.
And I don't know. I don't know. But again, I know the hoops that have to be jumped through to get a license, to get the visitation, to get. And when you're going through all those hoops, the last thing you need is someone at the county or at the facility not being on.
100%.
Now, I'm not saying you don't have to be like the cheery customer support person. You're in a correctional
Yeah.
facility. I
At least
understand.
be nice.
You get taken advantage of day by day.
Yeah.
You can't trust a single person. I get it.
100%.
But there's a difference between, hi, how can I direct your call, to what the
What the hell do you want? Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
There's a difference. You don't have to be the, hi, thank you for calling. This is Amanda. Like, no
Which
one
I'm
asks.
pretty sure you always are.
Right.
So you know.
Right. But you just,
If you're ever not, I know something serious is wrong.
yeah, right. Or like my head's just on 15 other different
Yep.
Yeah, my husband will be like, you good? I'm like, mm-hmm, I'm good. He's one of the rare people that gets to see like just the man of it all,
Yeah.
which I love. So we love that. We have gone over a lot of the stuff in the planning of your wedding. I'm so excited. But as we know with all of my interview episodes, they run dramatically long. So everybody, tune in next week. We will be continuing to hear all about Alex and Mark's special day.
Yay.
In the meantime, we're going to do our normal thing and pour more wine.
Yes.
Check on the kids, check on the dogs.
We must.
We must.
Okay.
Make sure the goats haven't, reproduced themselves. And we'll be back with you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to The Wedding Wear with Officiating by Amanda. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and found some inspiration or insight for your own special day. This podcast is hosted on Buzzsprout and can be found on all major platforms. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment, and share to help us reach even more listeners who might laugh a little at The Wedding Wear. For the links referenced in the show, visit Linktree at Officiating by Amanda. You can also follow the business on Facebook, Wedding Wire, and The Knot to stay up to date on everything going on. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on the podcast, just send an email to theweddingwearpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're ready to inquire about officiating services for your own big day, you can reach me at officiatingbyamanda@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, this has been Amanda.